Weather's been kind of crazy here. It snowed yesterday and it's very windy. There's dust all over the place. But now I'm going to try and make an apple pie. I have a new frying pan that I found in the desert in really good condition. And that's good because I can make cook a bigger piece of bread bigger than my cooking pot. Here's my new frying pan. I cleaned it out with water and it's pretty clean. I'm not worried if it's a little dirty because it was probably in the rain many times, but the inside's pretty clean. It's just rust spots, and it's going to be cooked over a fire. So what I'm going to do is put this in here. I'm going to make a ton of dough. There's just some burnt stuff in the pot from yesterday when I cooked bread. We'll just make a ton of dough and bread. I'm just going to stir this up and turn it into dough. Now I have some dough. I'm going to take the bigger one and make it as flat as possible here, because there's no baking powder or yeast in this dough, so it won't rise. It'll be flat bread, or non-fluffy, unleavened bread, and I don't want it to be too thick and hard to chew. So I flattened the dough after putting flour on the pan so that it doesn't stick to the pan, and now I'm going to cut this apple. I've already washed it. I only have a razor knife, so I'm going to cut it with this back part of the spoon. I've cut the apple into really thin slices, and now I'm going to spread them around. It's probably good to cut them thin as possible because I want them to cook real good. The apple seeds actually have cyanide in them. Not much, but still cyanide. If you eat a ton of them, you could get sick, but just a few isn't bad, I think. But I'll remove them because I don't want cyanide poisoning. Not that I really think I would get them. I eat them every day and I don't get cyanide poisoning because you need maybe something like 3 milligrams per kilogram of body weight for the cyanide in apples to be deadly. So you have to eat a lot of apple seeds. Oh, there. I guess that's pretty good. Doesn't have to be perfect. And stem. Don't want to eat the stem. Alright. Now, I'm going to make this dough. I probably should have made this top piece of dough the same size as the bottom piece and just folded it at that point, but oh well, I'll just fold it over anyway, and I'll probably flatten it out again so it fits in the pan. There's no sugar or cinnamon or spices or anything in this. We'll see how apples taste without any extra sugar or anything. I don't buy sugar. Sometimes I do, but last time I bought sugar, I ate 4 pounds of it in 14 days, and that's hardly healthy. Now I guess I'll just cook it and flatten it as much as possible. I'll just go get more firewood. It seems like it may be ready to flip. The outsides are brown, smells kind of burnt. We'll see. Fortunately, this bread's really thick, so if it burns, it generally just burns the outside layer, and it isn't a problem like sliced bread may be. We'll see. I don't know. It seems kind of maybe ready, like it should be ready. Move this over here. Just not much. It looks like some of the apple juice leaked out and caused cooked a little. Yeah, that part, I don't know if it's done or if it's apple juice stopping it from becoming unstuck. We'll see. Oh, seems alright. Yeah, it's probably good. I don't care if it's a little doughy, because the hot apples inside will help cook it from the inside. This part is slightly soft, but this part seems to be all ready and perfect. So we'll see what happens here. I'll just put it on the fire, let it cook for a little while on the top. But yeah, this seems perfectly well done. And look, this bread is really thick. Like this stuff, black stuff, just comes right off. So I'll put it back on the fire and we'll see what happens. Probably have to put some more wood on there in a second, but looks like it's pretty good on that part. It's ready. Little burns on the top, but it's okay. Wouldn't be surprised if a lot of it's burnt apple juice. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah. It's a little burnt. I'll just do that. And because it's so thin, it doesn't really taste like extremely burnt like sliced bread does when it's burnt. But yeah, I think it's ready everywhere. Like I could eat it right now. I'm gonna get rid of some of this stuff. Probably put it back in the pan just to make sure that it's cooked. That's good enough for me. I know it doesn't taste like much because it's just thin layers of burnt stuff. I think I'll put it back in the pan just to make sure it cooks good. Let it sit there for a while. Yep, that's kind of soft, but I think it's probably cooked properly right now, right here. I think it's probably soft from the apples. And over here is all crusty hard. But the cool thing is, it's just crusty on the outside. Because, unless I really burn it or whatever, but I haven't. Because it's such thick dough, it doesn't, it's unleavened. It doesn't have anything to make it fluffy, so it's thick. And if it gets burnt, then just the outside burns. I'm eating it. Pretty good. be sweeter. It's not very sweet. Maybe it should have sugar in it, but it's good. Maybe it's really sweet in the middle. The apples are the proper texture, like apples that are found in normal apple pie, made in the typical way. The apple bread was pretty good, but I recommend adding sugar and spices to it because it kind of wasn't very sweet.